Okay, Sony Ericsson created Timescape, which basically it's a big part of UX because it integrates your communication, your media, your friend status updates. This is the Timescape widget, which is going to show me the most recent activity, which is a tweet from my friend. So when I click this tile, it brings up Timescape, and I can scroll through here and I can see all the Facebook updates, my email, Twitter, photos that I've added recently. And if I want to filter it by a specific thing, I can scroll at the bottom and only see Facebook updates. I can scroll again and only see Twitter. I can see recent music I've added, or I can focus on email. Let's see. Oh, it's loading right now. I'm on Wi-Fi right now, so it's uploading to the server a little weird. My data connection is not that great. Alright. So right now I can focus on text, I can focus on everything, or my call log. I can focus on music, etc. So when I go back to the view that has everything on it, I can see what's going on. And I'm going to go all the way back to the top, scroll through all these tiles, and I'm going to click on artist records, this tweet that he said. If I click this tile again, it'll bring up his tweet in a browser or the mobile, or it'll bring up one of my Twitter apps. But let's look at what happens when I press the little button. You see the little glowing button, which is infinity. When you press that, it brings up everything on your phone connected to that person. So it brings up my friend whose name is Chris. I see all his tweets right now. This is his entire Twitter stream. It looks pretty nice, as you can tell. I can bring him up in the phone book, or I can scroll to the bottom and get info, and I can get a shot of all his information, his email, his phone number, his Google Talk name. I can see messages. I don't have anything on this SIM card right now. This is a dummy SIM card. I can see his call log, etc. But you get the idea of what you can do. You can narrow down all your communication with that person. And if I have photos of him on here, I can see those photos as well. So I can scroll through the phone book, and I can basically see everything. Timescape is all about connecting and linking all the content that you have of somebody. So when I go back to the app, it's basically just finding someone that you have on your phone and finding everything that's linked to them. So that right now is a lot of the people that I follow on Twitter that you're seeing these tiles. Alright, so let me click one, and I press the infinity button to see if I have anything from this person named Andres. And no, I don't. So I can link it to one of my contacts. I press add to contact, and I can search for Andres in my phone, and I see there he is right there, Andres Hill, one of my former editors. And now I've linked his Twitter account, his AIM, his email, and some other information as well. And I can favorite him, so now he's part of my favorite contacts. It doesn't link his photo yet. That's something I'd like to address. Now, as for Timescape, you're seeing when I move from action to action, it's not as fluid or as fast as you would like. Now, I know it's only a split second, sometimes 2 seconds when going from one thing to the next. But in this generation of phones, you're seeing stuff like the Nexus 1 or the Desire, and when you move, it snaps. When you click something, it snaps. So it's not a deal breaker by any sense of the imagination. But when you consider the other stuff that's coming out right now and you compare it, there is a little bit of drop off compared to what those things are doing to what Timescape is capable of doing. Right now it's Android 1.6. It's going to have Android 2.1 pretty soon. They said they will update it in the first half of the year. We're already in month 4. April's a few days away. So you're going to get that update pretty soon. But I do like the fact that Timescape is gimmicky, but it is kind of useful. when you consider you can see all the things at one time, similar to how Blur is, it integrates all your happenings into one place. Timescape is kind of similar in that regard, except that with the infinity button, you can find everything and link everything to that one person. It's a nice way to aggregate your content, basically. And of course, it looks pretty nice as well. Timescape also integrates with the next thing we're going to take a look at, which is Mediascape. So be sure to check the next video and read the full review of Sony Xperia X10 at androinica.com.